Whether you're out walking, running, riding your bike, or playing soccer, volleyball, anything that involves movement, if you do it enough, eventually that's going to mean chafing. And it can be one of the most irritating things to deal with. So you want to know, how do you deal with chafing on your thighs, your legs, your groin, anywhere where skin comes in contact with other skin? I'm Jesse Funk, and on today's episode of Runner's High, even if you're not a runner, we're going to talk about dealing with chafing. There are a fair number of solutions out on the market that you can choose from to deal with chafing. Obviously, you can't deal with it by just ignoring it. You get in the shower and then you have these like really painful moments where the water's hitting you and it should be this nice, soothing, relaxing experience, but instead it's like daggers from hell are trying to kill you. So you want to get rid of that. I've got three basic options. It comes from when you're going to deal with chafing. Personally, I always go with an anti-chafe bomb, something like this, which we make here at Solpri. If you want to check this out, solpri.com/shop, solpri.com/shop. All natural ingredients, so that's always an option. You can place that pretty much anywhere on your skin that you're getting chafing. And the nice thing about something like what we make is that it's made with natural ingredients that are going to actually help inflamed and chapped, dry skin already, as well as prevent it in the future. So using an anti-chafe bomb is kind of the go-to solution for a lot of people. But one other thing you can do, another kind of similar solution, is to use some kind of body powder. It helps reduce the amount of sweat or perspiration in a particular area that gets a lot of rubbing, as well as creating an additional barrier, just like that anti-chafe bomb. Now, we don't have one of these at the moment, but by the time you're watching this, we may have one of these. I'm working on this at this very moment. So those are the two kind of like product things that are consumable that you might use, and both have pros and cons. I don't personally like using body powder. I like the anti-chafe bombs, but some people like the powder. Now, if you have an issue with your thighs in particular, and you don't want to use one of those solutions, one of the things you can do is use some kind of lycra or tights to prevent your skin from contacting each other. This isn't really a great option, in my opinion, for underarms, because you have all of this material here that bunches up, especially when you run, and that actually can create more chafing than you solve. You do want to check out with those tights, or whatever you're using to prevent the skin-on-skin contact with your legs, is where the seams are. I know for us as gentlemen, but if you are a lady, it's going to be a little bit different, that seams are sometimes improperly placed, and you have to find a particular stitching pattern so that everything is taken care of and there's no seams where they shouldn't be. So that's always something to check out. Really, you're going to be looking for sport-specific kind of lower body wear, leg wear. Those companies are typically going to specialize in a stitching pattern that is going to help you prevent the chafing issues before they become a problem. So, I have squirrels apparently fighting outside of my window. Awesome. So, those are your three best options for preventing chafing, no matter where it is: thighs, groins, underarms, any kind of skin you're having problems with. Obviously, if you want to check out our solutions, solpri.com/shop, and other companies like Under Armour, Nike, other companies like that will be able to provide the best kind of clothing that are going to fit for preventing chafing on your thighs. Remember, look for those particular stitching patterns that are going to be best for your particular anatomical fit. So, hopefully I'll see you next time on the next episode of Runner's High.